Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is the strange story behind the Kier Starmer arson attacks of recent, where a 21-year-old Ukrainian has actually been arrested and charged for the crimes, or alleged crimes. So, just a wee backstory, then some new stuff, then my opinion. Okay, that's how we'll do it. So unless you're living in the moon, you'll probably be aware that two properties, one of them owned by, another one referred to as connected to Keir Starmer, I'll come back to that in a minute, and a car, so 3 incidents have happened in the last week or two. And a man has been charged, a 21-year-old Ukrainian called Roman Lavrynovych. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, I do apologise to all you Ukrainians out there. So that was kind of the story. That's where we come up to. We've got some new add-ons to come, but a couple of things weird about the story so far before we get on to the new bits. The first thing is, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom has had his property attacked and investigated by anti-terror police, and neither him nor his party nor the government have said a single word about it. Now, I think that in itself is a bit weird. So when you get news like that and you understand what's happened there, things like that always trigger my spidey senses, which they have done with this story. So I've been digging about it like a dog eating rhubarb, right? So there's plenty of stuff out there. So, that's a bit odd. And the other thing that I found odd with the story is this second property that nobody knows where it is. We're just told it was connected to Keir Starmer. Now, the first property, we know he lived there previously before he was elected to be Prime Minister, because there's photographs of him standing outside the street clapping the nurses, him and his wife. So he lived there with his family. He's not lived there for a while, and I think that was the house he lived in before he moved to Downing Street, and its property's since been let out or lent or whatever to somebody else. However, the other property has remained a complete mystery. And it's only been described as a property connected to Starmer. We don't really know where it is. We know it's London, right? So what is this other property? There's rumours about that as well. But here's the mic drop moment that's just sort of coming to the surface just now. And these rumours, I've got two, we'll call them rumours just now. One of them's around the guy who's charged, and the other's around the property, this connected to property. So the guy who has been charged with the arson, this 21-year-old Ukrainian, it appears that he is possibly one of 3 things. Could be 4 things actually when I consider it. There are people out there, rightly or wrongly, saying this boy's a rent boy. There are people out there saying rightly or wrongly that it was some sort of relationship with Keir Starmer. I don't know Keir Starmer's sexuality. I know he's got a wife and kids. Who am I to say otherwise? That he's heterosexual. Is he bisexual? I don't know, right? And the third one is none of that's true, right? So that's a possibility. But the other 4th choice is you could be 2 at the previous 3. You could be a rent boy who has had a relationship. And there are suggestions that a national newspaper has got voice recordings of this guy with the agency that he's done work for. And they may or may not be released in the next 24 hours. What they include, that's open for debate. But if they have anything connecting this guy to Starmer, he's in a shaky peg. Got to be. Absolutely got to be. But the thing I just think's a bit bonkers is him, the Labour Party, nor the government have made a single comment on this through any official channels. You can imagine if Donald Trump's player property anywhere, down in Key Largo, whatever the name of the place in Florida, or Trump Towers, or any of his residencies or things connected to him, you would imagine that his press people would have put something out by now, because these things have happened a few days ago now, particularly the last one, the first one. God knows when that was. Was it a week ago, a fortnight? We're not really sure. But nothing. Hee-haw. It's as if they don't want to talk about the story. And the other thing is, what is this other property? Now again, this is rumour, conjecture. People trying to fill a void because the government, nor Starmer, nor the party have said a word. And there is a suggestion that this other unnamed property connected to Starmer may very well be a property owned by someone close to him and potentially Lord Ali. Now, what would connect Lord Ali, a known homosexual who won the Stonewall Award for the Parliamentarian of the Decade, nonetheless, not so long ago, who's very friendly with Kier, who's put a lot of money into Kier. I don't have any male friends that have bought me suits, right? And also, I've never had a relationship with another man. I don't know if those things are connected or not. They might be, they might not be. I don't know. But the suggestion that's been made to me, which I have no way of knowing whether it's anything more than a scurrilous rumour, is that the property connected to Kier is actually Lord Ali's. Now, how those three men are connected, if they're connected at all, because this could just be a rumour, I'm unsure and don't want to speculate how three adult men, one who may be a rent boy, one who may be a homosexual multi-millionaire, and one who may be the Prime Minister, or is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, how that are all connected, I couldn't possibly guess. But it's intriguing nonetheless. There's a couple of things that could happen for everybody who's putting these potentially scurrilous rumours about. And that would be an absolute definite comment from the Prime Minister, from the Labour Party, or even from the government itself. And put all these scurrilous things to bed. But there's a bit of me kind of thinks that that won't happen. And you can probably guess yourself why such a thing would probably not happen. So just to summarise, these rumours and this information that's came my way that somebody's trying to tell me is factual, that I am only going to accept as a scurrilous rumour at this point. And that is a few things. A 21-year-old Ukrainian is a rent boy who may or may not have had a relationship with Keir Starmer, and their property that nobody knows about, it's just connected to Kier, may or may not be owned by Lord Ali, and may be the one thing that connects these three men in a ring, or a chain, or whatever name we want to give that. But at this point, I would need to stress, these are all just scurrilous rumours, aren't they? If you want others to see this video, click the thumbs up, put some comments below, and hit share. Or any of those three things would be wonderful. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notifications bell. Then YouTube will let you know when I put some more videos out. But, most important thing of all, unless you're a man who may or may not be a homosexual rent boy, who may or may not know the target of three firebombs, who may or may not have firebombed another one which is connected to the Prime Minister because he's been there, then not you. But
everyone else, have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.